Hi everyone, this is Margaret, and I have been getting so many requests about teaching my students and all the people that have been inboxing me about doing a demo on a cut crease look. Now, let me just explain to you, there's a lot of different ways you can do the cut crease look. I'm doing one that's very retro because I like to use inspiration, like the whole kind of trend that's going on with like Mad Men and Magic City from the 50s and 60s, and that was really what the cut crease I think was used on much more of a look that the women would wear. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the foundation, and I'm keeping it very, for this look I'm keeping it very, very as matte and pale and just very fair and even as possible. And I think that's really important, that when you do the foundation work on this, you want a really even, flawless finish. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting a white pearl, but very high pigmented white pearl shadow right on the whole half moon aspect of her lid, and just stop right at the socket and see how it's just very light. Okay, so now I'm going to go on the other eye as well, and as I always do, I never put powder on the base of the eyelids. I always set the face but not the eyelids, because it's really important to make sure you get a good payout when you add foundation, the powder right directly to foundation with the shadow. I think you get a much more stronger payout opposed to like a powdered eyelid. So here, as you can see, I'm just really making sure that the eyelids are really, really nicely even. And I put a white, a little bit lighter white highlighting powder on the brow bone, and I'm just basically, I'm cleaning any kind of remnants of eyeliner on Leslie that she had before, because sometimes when you take makeup off it doesn't all come off. So I really want to try to tone that down and just kind of keep it very clean and very muted, and definitely not anything to pronounce the smudginess of the liner. So I'm just cleaning that up right here with my Q-tip, and that's gonna happen with if you're doing a look that has anything with dark liner on it before. Okay, so here I'm taking my gel liner, and I'm taking a very fine tip brush, and I'm just making a half moon line right in the socket of the eye, and this is what's going to create the cut crease feel. And so what I'm doing at the same time is, if you can see, I'm really architecting it to the shape of her eyelid, because that's the thing, is you want to make sure that it is going to really make a nice balance and symmetry to the way when her eyes are open. And and if you have flat Asian eyes, because Asians tend to have flat surface, you can certainly do this look. You just have to make sure that you feel the inner part of the socket, and that's really the line you want to go over, where the little dent of the socket is. Now this is something that I have to reiterate, that it's not easy, and certainly it takes a lot of practice and precision, and make sure that you have all your tools right at hand. Now for me, I'm doing this, and I'm using the pointy tip to apply it, and then I'm using a flat rectangle brush to blend in, because I don't want it to be a sharp line. I sort of want it to be a sharp line, but yet a little blended out on the top part. And with this, one thing is I'm using the pearl, and I'm using a very kind of bluish black, and it's going to come off a little bit more blue once it hits the pearl color. So, you know, make sure that you understand when you're blending colors together as well, especially when you're smudging it in, the colors are going to start to fade or blend. Now what I'm doing is, now I'm doing a very sharp line on the top line, lash line, and I always start from the middle, and then I always work out. And then what I'm doing is I'm going right into the inner part of the line. I'm trying to keep that line from the inner part to the mid more thin, and then it gets thick as it goes out. And then see how it connects out, and it connects right to the half moon of the cut crease on the inner, right in the socket area. And so see how that is nicely pointed out and connected to the crease line. And so now what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of foundation and I blended it in, just a little set, and now I'm going to darken the brows and really create a nice arched, very, very groomed arched brow. And I think this really will create a nice retro feel to the cut crease look. And please know that I got my inspiration from Christina Hendricks and also Audrey Hepburn, from that retro 60s, 50s, 60s look. This is more I would say early 60s. And if you look at like Two for the Road or Charade, Audrey Hepburn really wears this look a lot, and it's really fantastic. I love it. And also Twiggy wore this look a lot when she was doing a lot of fashion shoots for Vogue magazine back in the 70s, I mean 60s, and you can definitely archive them on the internet. You can look for them and see them as referencing. So I'm putting a coat of black mascara on the top, and as well I'm really emphasizing the lashes where I brought the liner in from the middle on the bottom lid. I didn't go all the way in, so I got the liner to start from the middle, and then I pointed it out from the bottom to just kind of connect, if you can see. And then that's where I put the lashes. So here, that's where I put the mascara as far as really lengthening them. So here I'm making a very deep set feel for the cheeks, and I'm having Leslie suck in her cheeks to really go right into the inner parts of the cheekbone. And I put a very earthy tone color. So now I'm putting some false lashes right on the edge of the lash line, and this will definitely create that extra retro feel. I mean, I think if you have super long lashes and you don't want to put lashes on, you don't have to, but I really wanted to really create that real retro feel, and I think the lashes really does add to that. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting a very flat, not anything too shiny or shimmery, but a very matte, flat, kind of brick color lip. And this definitely, I think, adds to the retro feel. It's very now, this is a very now look, but at the same time, you know, you can definitely do different variations. You can even go really dark lip, you can go really super nude, kind of beigey nude lip. You can go different levels with this. You can go with a pop of color. I just wanted to go really retro and stay more authentic with the retro feel. So this is kind of a classic 50s, 60s red. And I'm just going very, very flat with it. No shimmers, no sparkles. It's a really great color. I love it. And it's got more of a browny, orangey red to it. And you can even go oxblood, which is a little bit darker, browner look, but it's really, really cool. And it really looks great. So there you go. This is the inspiration of the cut crease look, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning more, certainly go to www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. You can take my online training. You can come in for private training. Either way, definitely enjoy. And thanks for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thanks a lot. Bye.